Rising Cost of Density. Balancing Poverty with Dignity by AZLAN ADNAN, Preamble. If architects, developers, and policymakers fail to provide homes that are affordable, dignified, and meaningful, then survival architecture will inevitably fill the void. Makeshift shelters, subdivided flats, and squalid tenements will emerge, unregulated, unsafe, unsightly, whether we like it or not. And most likely, we will not. For the cost of failure is not only physical degradation, but also the erosion of a city's soul, its ability to offer spaces that nourish, enrich, and uplift the mind, body, spirit, and soul of all its people. Introduction. A global crisis of housing and dignity. Around the world, cities are bursting at the seams. Urban density is accelerating, and with it, the demand for affordable housing is growing exponentially. Yet the market often fails to meet this need adequately, pushing the most vulnerable into ever smaller, ever poorer dwellings. This is not just about square footage or building materials. What ties these examples together is not merely the lack of space, but also the lack of dignity. In cities from São Paulo's favelas to London's broom cupboards and Hong Kong's coffin homes, the poor endure housing that is unsafe, unregulated, and unsightly. These places, no larger than a coffin, become containers of human survival, not homes where life flourishes. 2. Why low-cost urban housing is always necessary. No city can function without the essential workers who keep it running. Road sweepers, garbage collectors, cleaners, maids, construction workers, security guards, sales assistants, food delivery riders, drivers, and many more. These roles, while fundamental, often pay wages insufficient to access decent housing. Thus, there will always be a demand for low-cost housing in the urban fabric. The challenge is how to accommodate this need without sacrificing dignity or safety. 3. Lessons from global cities. Hong Kong. The city's subdivided flats, grimly known as coffin homes, offer personal spaces sometimes no larger than a coffin. Over 220,000 residents live in these cramped enclosures, many working in low-wage jobs as cleaners, security guards, or food delivery riders. London. The broom cupboard metaphor evokes tiny, often windowless rooms under staircases or in basements. Spaces so small they can barely fit a bed. London's market pressures push some into these tiny quarters, which are similarly dangerous and undignified. São Paulo. Favelas stretch across hillsides and city edges, often built informally without planning or regulation. While larger in scale, they too lack adequate infrastructure and safety, reflecting a global pattern of neglect. Nairobi and Cape Town. Informal settlements house thousands in makeshift shelters with little access to sanitation or security. These two reveal how urban poverty is a worldwide phenomenon. V. The philosophy of space and place. Humans do not merely occupy space. We seek places that nourish the mind, body, spirit, and soul. We crave public squares where laughter echoes in the courtyard, semi-public spaces where neighbors exchange greetings beneath the shade of a rain tree's canopy, and private rooms that offer rest, reflection, and renewal. To truly experience living in a place is to experience something worth remembering there. The urban built environment must enable such memorable experiences to become lasting memories. As I have written elsewhere, to truly experience living in a place is to experience something worth remembering there. The built environment must enable such memories to become lasting memories. One vital policy lever is the provision and protection of public spaces accessible to all, rich or poor, local or migrant worker. If you cannot provide a room with a view, apologies to E.M. Forster, then at least provide public parks where anyone can leisurely watch the sun slowly set in safety, in peace, and for free. V. Towards solutions. Designing for dignity. Policy and design must prioritize dignity as a baseline, not a luxury. This means legislating minimum room sizes, improving ventilation and natural light, and ensuring safety regulations are enforced. It also means promoting mixed-use neighborhoods, affordable public transport, and the preservation of community spaces. Architects and planners must collaborate with residents to understand lived realities, avoiding top-down solutions that displace or marginalize. True density does not mean cramming people into coffin-sized units, but rather weaving a rich urban fabric that balances efficiency with humanity. Conclusion. Cities worth remembering. Every city sends a message about what, and who it values. As housing crises deepen globally, we are asked collectively to choose whether our cities will be mere machines for profit or homes for people. Design alone cannot solve poverty, but it can choose not to perpetuate it. It can insist that dignity be a baseline, not a luxury. In the end, the cost of not doing so will be paid not just in social instability and moral failure, but in the erasure of our shared humanity. When cities ignore their poorest, they undermine their own foundations. Housing is not simply about walls and roofs. It is about the right to live with dignity, to raise children in safety, to age with grace. True progress is not measured in GDP or skyline height. It is seen in whether the people who sweep your streets, deliver your food, and care for your elderly can also afford to call your city home, to make memories worth remembering. Because a city worth building is a city worth remembering. References 1. Reuters. 2025. Hong Kong home prices fall 7.1% in 2024. www.reuters.com/markets Asia. Hong Kong home prices. 2. Associated Press. 24. Hong Kong to regulate subdivided flats amid rising poverty. /apnews.com/articles Hong Kong subdivided flats, housing rules inequality, E71A357B 442-8852-719Y433. YouTube Asian Boss, 2017. Inside Hong Kong's Coffin Homes, http://u2.b/unl4-3vbmo. 4. Hong Kong Government Press Release, 2023. Long-Term Housing Strategy Annual Progress Report is likely www.info.gk/general/2023-03/29/p202303290042.htm. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.